Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Today I want to discuss with you the top 4 ways, top 4 things to make you a better photographer. The first, I'm sure you're familiar with, you've heard it a million times from your mother, from your father, from everyone, your teachers since you were a little kid. Practice, practice, practice. But I'm going to tell you again, practice. Practice makes perfect. And like Malcolm Gladwell says in his book Outliers, it's the hours, baby. It's putting the time in. 10,000 hours. That's what Gladwell focuses on. Basically, anybody that's become a success, almost anybody anyways, that's become a success, whether it's the Beatles, whether it's Steve Jobs, whether it's any of these other successful artists, musicians, you name it. They got the hours in. They got 10,000 hours plus, almost without fail. So basically, that's what you gotta do. You gotta practice, practice, practice. Hone your craft, know what you're doing, learn more, practice more, become fluid at it so you can do it with your eyes closed in your sleep. The best shooters can take any camera, doesn't matter what they're shooting with, and make a great image. Doesn't have to be a Canon 1DX, doesn't have to be a Nikon D4S or one of the top end cameras. It could be a small mirrorless or even a compact pocket camera. They can make a great image with it because they know what they're doing. They got the hours in, and it comes to them as a result of the experience. Number two of the big things to do to improve your photography, yourself as a photographer, is to learn lighting. I'm constantly amused with people billing themselves as natural light photographers because really what they're saying in doing that is that they don't know what they're doing. In other words, they've never bothered to learn the full craft of photography. They don't know how to handle lighting, so they're natural photographers, natural light photographers. And there are a few natural light photographers out there who are amazing, a few really good pros with amazing reputations. But these are people that know what they're doing with lighting, folks. They can take off-camera lighting, they can take studio lighting, they can work with it, and they can construct amazing photos. And then they've honed their craft and decided they want to work just with natural lighting. Even still, you'll see them periodically use additional light sources. But by far and large, these people that are calling themselves natural light photographers, it's just a term that's going to let you know that these are people that don't know what they're doing when it comes to photography. They can pick up a camera, they can shoot a picture, but as far as lighting it properly or using additional supplementary lighting, they don't have a clue. Take the time to learn your lighting. It'll do a world of wonders for your photography. Even something as simple as an off-camera flash, one single off-camera flash. With a remote cord, with a wireless trigger, it doesn't matter. That alone, if you learn how to use that, you can do amazing things with your photography, make your photography stand out from other people, certainly make it stand out from the natural light photographers, and you'll just increase your skills by gaining an all-around knowledge, not just of the lighting, but of everything that you have to learn in addition to and get more proficient at while you're learning the lighting. So that's number 2, learn the lighting, folks. Number 3, get it right in camera. You've probably heard this before, and if you haven't, I'm telling you now. Get it right in camera means make sure you know your settings, you know your equipment, you know your lighting, and get the shot right. Get it as perfectly done as you can right in the camera. Ideally, you should be able to take that image, use it, not have to do any tinkering with it afterwards. If you're not getting it right in camera and you're taking it into post and having to mess with it there, then that means that there's room for you to improve your photography, to learn your settings better, to learn your lighting better so that you can get it right to the point where it comes right out of camera and really doesn't need any work. Sometimes you want to do some work to it because of added effects or things, but for the most part, getting it right in camera is basically exactly what it sounds like. Get it right in camera while you're shooting it. A lot of people will say they don't worry about this because they can fix it in post. But that's really just a lazy man's way to do it. And it's often a sign that you didn't know how to do it right in camera in the first place. Because if you take those few extra seconds to get it right, you're going to have a better file to work with even if you do want to edit it. So get it right in camera, folks. Learn your equipment, learn your settings, learn your lighting. Number 4, be prepared. There's a reason it's the Boy Scouts motto. Basically, it's just as important for an amateur as it is for a professional. Well, maybe not quite because professional has clients on the line and his reputation on the line. But if you're serious about your photography, you should take it to heart. Be prepared. It'll save you time. It'll save you frustration. It'll save you lots of things. Before you go out on a shoot, make sure your lenses are cleaned. Make sure your cameras are synced. Make sure your batteries are charged. Make sure you got everything you need. If you're going out on location, see what you can do to find out about that location the night before or a few days before. Scout the area ahead of time if you can. Know, for instance, let's say you're waiting to get that perfect sunrise shot. If you can go out and see that area ahead of time, know where the sun's coming up and have studied all that and know where your best areas to shoot are from and whatnot, and you're not worried at that point of getting the shot, so you're paying attention to all these things. When you come back to get the shot, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, a lot of frustration, and you're probably going to get a much better shot. Similarly, if you're going out on a shoot for a client, run everything through in your head before the shoot. Try and anticipate any problems that might arise and figure out solutions to them ahead of time. You save yourself time, you'll save your client time, you save yourself frustration, and you'll save yourself extreme frustration if it means you get the shot versus not getting the shot. And it'll make you look very professional to your client. If it's a studio shoot, set everything up and do a practice shoot ahead of time if it's something tricky. There you have it, folks. That's 4 things, 4 ways you can improve your photography, improve yourself as a photographer, even video and videography. Take them to heart, work with them, and see how much better you can do things. Push yourself, put the time in, and become great at what you do. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new articles, new videos. Keep up to date with what's going on here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.